Hola, ¿cómo estás? So I wanted to talk about the energy. Because we've been getting in the book of, so today's verse came from Proverbs, right? And I sent y'all a verse that had to do with wealth. And so since Saturn is going into Pisces, there's this energy of where I feel like wisdom is going to be key, because Pisces is the last zodiac. They're probably the wise of the wise, you know what I'm saying? And very intuitive. And thank you. What I feel like is, and it's also Neptune energy. And you know, Neptune energy is very like behind the scenes, encoded, encoded like messages or decode, whatever the word I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Very, encrypted messages. Thank you. There's a lot of encrypted messages that are going on that I feel. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk a little bit about it, because wisdom keeps coming up because of the fact of when Saturn goes into Pisces, Saturn is the planet of structure, Pisces the planet of Neptune, which is the wishes, hopes, and dreams and subconscious mind. So I keep trying to tell you, I need to fix your subconscious mind, right? And then Lilith will be in Leo, and Lilith is the dark side of the moon, which is what's hidden, the dark emotions and everything like that. Hold on, y'all. Un momento. Un momento. Because, child, when I tell you, the tea is being given. And, right now, also pay attention to your spirit guides, because when I tell you they is present, okay? Just know that. Just know your spirit guides are very present at this moment. Hold on. I'm trying to look up something real quick so y'all can see this. Okay, so Lilith is the ultimate feminine energy, things we repressed when young, but we need to reclaim. So since it's in Pisces, since Lilith will be in Leo, the parts of you that are being reclaimed, and it's more of a demand of reclaiming it, is anything that has to do with the stomach of the gut. That's why I said, since Lilith is in Leo, the energy about gut health is going to be a big thing, because that's your solar plexus. If you feel it with your gut, it 9 times out of 10 is the truth. You dig what I'm trying to say? And understanding the flow of, like, when you use the bathroom, the foods you eat, all that type of things that's coming up. So just pay attention to that, okay? And then with the 5th house, so the parts of you that are being reclaimed are your fun, your creativity, your childlike energy, how you take risks, and your romance. Since Venus is in Aquarius now, there is this thing to want to know how to be more intimate, how to be more close, how to bridge the gap. There's this energy of bridging the gap between the love of you, other people, and like your inner child, like 3 of Pentacles. It's bridging the gap of love between each of them, because that was the biggest thing of learning how to stand in love independently. And in the Secrets of Lilith reading, the Secrets of Lilith and Leo reading that I did on YouTube, is part 1 and part 2, when I had that orange dress on. Y'all need to go re-listen to that. I think I'm gonna go re-listen to it, because somebody commented on it and they was like, what does this have to do with Lilith and Leo? Sweetheart, that's literally the explanation of what's about to happen. I just was the head of the game, and now we're about to be there. So there's a few pointers that I want everybody to understand. Is pride is the devil. When you can release your pride to put your ego aside, that normally is because you have some type of like wisdom energy. You have some type of like understanding of why putting your ego to the side is more important at this time. Your discernment is more important. And I remember it made me bring up the whole PEMDAS thing. So it was like the whole like priorities, expansion, motivation, discernment, alignment, and sacrifice. In that reading, we talked about which 3 were spiritual and which 3 were physical. So it was also getting us to understand about how the world is about to have like a whole shit show, because they want to gain power so bad, because the effects of 2022 are happening between January and July. And since the effects are happening in this effect season, people are going to have to like grasp the concept of that they don't hold as much weight as they thought they did. And that's what's going to be a shocker. Because, see, with the South Node going into Libra, I'm ahead of the game on this one, so just hold tight for me. And it's something with the heart. So with the Libra South Node, it says hiding in relationships will never get you anywhere in life. Taking the path less traveled is not something that sounds appealing to you. But if you can get out of your comfort zone, you will find amazing experiences with independence. Being a peacekeeper and compromising your happiness to make others happy is never a way to go about things. It may work temporarily, but over time will wear on you. Why do y'all think I told y'all 2023 to 2025 is about picking yourself? But that's why 2023, the first half, you got 4 months of fun. Those 4 months of fun is for you to just reap the rewards, okay? Then after that 4th month of fun, when we hit Taurus season, that's when that's going to be like the real big flip. Like there's going to be a shift in energy this Taurus season this year, because it'll be the last Taurus season in the North Node of Taurus. So the energy is going to be at an all-time high to make sure you are going towards the, like, I see like literally your life will just go like, it's going to flip. Because this Taurus season last Taurus season in 2022 was a little bit of a stickler, because it was the beginning of us trying to understand, like, what would Jesus really do in this situation? Like, what would Jesus really do? And this is a book, I'm telling you, this book keeps coming up. This is a book that I used when I was going through a lot of shit, and I highlighted things that I highlighted are things that I really needed at that time. So it's the first chapter is about verses that will help with anger. I highlighted Proverbs 14 and Proverbs 14:29 and 15:1. Proverbs 14:29 says, I am slow to anger and have great understanding. I am not like he who is hasty of spirit, exposing and exalting his folly. Proverbs 15:1 says, I speak soft answers that turn away wrath, not grievous words that stir up anger. These were the things that I said that kept me in control when I was going through so many things. And it also helped me not want to have to prove myself to people of all the secrets that I knew that they said about me and all the things that they had done. See, when you read the secret, see, the part that gets me says the secret power. Y'all might need to go get this book. We'll probably be reading in this book a lot lately this year, so you guys can understand that your words hold weight. These were things that I highlighted to know that these are very important things that I need at this time. And I would refer to them in times of need. So another one that I had highlighted was patience. Psalms 37:34. I won't be impatient for the Lord to act. I will keep traveling steadily along his pathway in due season. He will honor me with every blessing. I'm telling y'all need to get up in this Bible, boy. Then Galatians 1:11-12 says, I will be strengthened with all power according to God's glorious might, so that I may have great endurance and patience, and joyfully give thanks to the Father who has qualified me to share in the inheritance of saints in the kingdom of light. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The inheritance is the whole awakening that you've had for your bloodline. So now you can sit with the bloodline that was able, like, okay, there are ancestors that you guys have had before you that were at a very high level of knowledge, whether it was in arts, finances, whatever, wisdom. They have a lot of wisdom, okay? And there was there's different levels to them. So I told you my grandma's very highly spiritually ranked, okay? There's a grandfather or uncle ancestor that I feel that is coming through. And I'm not sure specifically of the name, but he comes through very strong now that I stand in a very stable masculine energy. Okay, he comes in very like, you need to think smarter, like, you know what I'm saying? Stop letting people play in your face. He's very direct with me in the way he communicates with me. But see, when I was in that irrational femininity and that toxic masculinity, he was like, I can't do nothing with you because you're not getting it. And it's the same thing like with a man. Like, a man loves a woman, but he's not dealing with a woman that can't listen, that's rowdy, blah, 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 blah. He's like, you're too loud. You're too loud. You don't know how to listen. You know what I'm saying? that's kind of how he was about me, and his presence is coming up because it's like now it's like that masculine part of me that helped me survive, that helped me, you know what I'm saying, like fight or flight, you know what I'm saying, stay on my hustle mode. It's like he's been molding that and gathering that and helping me so I can fully understand, like, hey, you're a woman, but you're a woman of power. You got the anointed of the voice of speaking the truth, the voice of power. Your presence is powerful. Your aura is powerful. Okay. I can't help you until you completely submit in the energy as a woman to being a woman of power. So now he's coming through. Thank you. And so now he's coming through and I'm like, I need to figure this out. And like, what am I going to do? And he's just like, see, this is the part of you that I've released. This is the part of you I've helped you release. This is the part of you that no longer serves you. See, your ancestors were healing certain things. And so in his case, I feel like his was ego, his pride. He didn't really have a sense of vulnerability when it came to my emotions as a woman. 11:11, as I looked up, he didn't realize, like, you know, I felt he was so hard on me that he was like, I feel like he forgot I was actually a woman. So in whatever generation and time he was, women, there weren't a lot of women of power. So to see the energy of me, and I am a part of his bloodline, makes him understand or makes him have this different perspective on me of like, she's not a boy. She's not a man. She's a girl. She's a woman. And she's a woman of power. So I need to help her maintain a level of patience, endurance, humble, loving, truth, gratitude, integrity. I need to help her remain that. And as she's learning to be a woman of God, there's this energy where like there are different ancestors that are coming up. And it's funny because I kept seeing a lot of the mafia people on my TL. And I told you, I come from, I feel like, I come from a lineage of people that was like royalty, mafia, Italians, and all that shit, where they don't play about the women, they don't play about the kids. They don't care about none of that shit. We act first and we'll handle the business later. You dig what I'm saying? We don't play like that. And I felt like that was in this society, that's how I felt. Like, you know what I'm saying? We handle business, we take care of it later. Like, and it was just kind of like this ain't that time, and you're not in that position anymore. This not that lifetime no more. And it's like, since the South Node has been in Scorpio, it's generational karma. And since Pisces is the energy of past life karma, that's karma that had been unlocked. You know what I'm saying? That had been unlocked for generations. And since Pluto was in Capricorn, it's the deep wounds. This was deep wounds that my generation had a hard time understanding is power. And you know what I'm saying, handling things and not let God handling things, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it was an example, this man, he said his bully was sticking him with a pen. His father said, the next time he stick you, I want you to take the pen, I want you to take this pocket knife and I want you to stick him in his eye. He said, well, what if I get in trouble? He said, we'll worry about that later. The bully picked him with a pen. He fucking took the knife and cut down, and he had to get like 70 stitches. They took him to the police department. He said his father and his uncle pulled up. They walked right out, no problem. That was the mentality I have with people. That's why I was so like hard on karma. Like, you gonna get yours, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna get you, you know what I'm saying? And they was just like, you gotta get out of that. You gotta release that. You got to calm down. This is a lineage issue we didn't master. We didn't master allowing God to handle our problems. We took care of them. Okay? You got to understand, God's gangster too. So this is the part of you that we need you to understand as a woman. You need to let God do things for you. You need to let God speak for you. You need to let God handle things for you. You need to speak the words of power. And as long as you speak words of power, God will handle the rest, because see, you put those words out into the universe. This year is going to be about the words you speak. You're about to realize how powerful you are. And so when I got this book, because I was throwing books away, something said, keep this book. The secret power of speaking God's word. Okay? Now, I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I did. Because I'm telling you, this ancestral thing is heavy. Like I said, I don't know his name. I don't know his name. I don't know nothing about him specifically, but I feel like this is an energy that's coming through for a lot of you guys, that you're about to meet new ancestors and new spirit guides, and be patient with yourself. It's not something that you need to just be, oh, who is it? And what's the name? And all that. I feel they will reveal themselves to you gradually. They'll reveal themselves to you, you know what I'm saying, on their terms. You know, you just need to learn how to speak it into existence of receiving and retaining wisdom. A lot of you guys are inheriting wisdom. You are, it's coming down. Like it's funny because in that reading that I did, the Lilith reading that I did, I had pulled out the cards that came out was Justice, the High Priestess, Six of Pentacles, and the Empress. There is an inheritance coming to you guys, mind, body, and soul. Whether if it's financial, spiritual, it's an inheritance. Six of Swords. Moving away from a lot of irrational emotion. As we are moving into this masculine season, you're actually moving into the masculine season of where this is where you can heal. You're not always healed, but this is the part of the energy of you that gets to actually heal. See, when we went through the last purge, or the last of the 12th house, of the inner child went through the last healing of the 12th house, that was so the inner child can now be confident to move forward with the inheritance that they received. See, Queen of Cups, and I didn't even realize this shit popped out. This is the feminine energy finally going into this. She's emotionally mature. She's set in her ways. She's open and receptive. There's this energy of where all the information, all the downloads are pouring in. You know, one thing I realized is I've been waking up, saying things, and going right back to sleep. And it feel like I just be up, sleep, up, sleep, up, sleep, up, sleep. And I don't be up like up. It's just like my eyes will open up and I'll go back to sleep. Like I got a phone call today. I woke up for the phone call. I talked to the lady very calmly, hung up the phone, went right back to sleep. Like there's this energy of just like, it's like you're sleeping to gather information, and at the very moment you're done gathering information, you wake up completely. That's why I was like, now I'm up. We are end of the cycle. This is it. I don't know if anybody else been getting the 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, a lot of 10 action. I've been getting the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. They come out like one, or the 10 of Cups, but they come out right after. So like the 10 of Wands will come out, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. They'll come out to let us know like we're on different sides of the spectrum. And with the 10 of Swords here this is that cultivating energy that I keep trying to tell y'all, that you are in energy you have cultivated. So like, regardless of how you cultivated it, when you cultivated it. So therefore it's just like, you need to release some things about yourself. You need to move some things about yourself. You need to, like, for real. And it's crazy because like a lot of features are happening while you've been in this bubble. Like this gives me protection. Okay. And I love how the solar plexus is actually lighting up, which is what with the confidence. One thing that I noticed is my eyes are lighter, which is very strange because I've never had like brown eyes, but these are like real brown eyes. And it's like, what the fuck is this? Then I noticed like my stomach, the pudge is only here. We're no longer up here no more. It's like this like incline. It's like this. It's really strange. It's really strange. I'm not judging and I'm not upset, but there are physical things that are happening to you right now. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but there's physical things. Physical. See? Physical. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Ace of Pentacles, this is the pinnacle. And you see how it's been given to the Queen of Pentacles. Both feminine energies have come out. This is it. We're stepping into masculine season. Birthing new things. This is fertility as well. This is inheritance. I'm telling you, they keep saying inheritance. The Devil, the Ace of Wands, the Sun, and the damn Judgment card. This Devil, this is Capricorn energy that has literally taken that puppet energy that you were in to open this third eye completely. The healing has happened, and now judgment of ascension. This is all ascension to be able to handle masculine energy. The sun is Leo energy, masculine energy. Wisdom is a key thing. You know, hold on, let's see. $236. I'm about to look up that angel number. I love how majority of the verses that are about wisdom are from Proverbs. So the first one is from Psalms 111:10, and I like it because it's 1111. We caught that earlier. It says, "The reverent fear and worship of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and skill. A good understanding, wisdom, and meaning have all those who do the will of the Lord." Proverbs 1:5 says, "The wise also will hear and increase in learning, and the person of understanding will acquire skill and attain to sound counsel, that he may be able to steer his course." Wisdom is being inherited and passed down. Like a lot of you guys, there's this energy of where I feel you get an idea, and this is an idea that does everything, okay? Or a lot of you guys, like something changes in how you implement things. Like something about the way you implement things, because you won't be hustling anymore. You'll be learning. Building your world. As I say, implementing. And it's 33, which is the Ascended Masters. Come on. You can't make that up. Creation, expansion, networking. Sacred action. Decisive focus. Decisive focus. Oh my God. And she's in a tree, which we got yesterday, the foundation. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. We in the year 7. The first card that comes out is Sacred Purpose, Eternal Flame, Ancestral Legacy, 43:7. Behind that says Angelic Assistance. What did I say about the ancestors? Behind them is the sacred breath and sound, life force and communication. Learning how to communicate what you say. Capricorn season is about the 3rd house of communication. This is how you build this new world. This is the plot. Okay, this is the plot, or this is the platform. Shit, this is the platform. This is the plan. This is the plan. This is the plan. Hold on. 33. 33 is a really interesting number that's been coming up. A priestess of the bees sits peacefully in the hollow of a tree, gathering the energy of the bees that fly around her and rest on fingertips and third eye, as we got the Ace of Wands. She's surrounded by the honeycomb. And you know, the Lord always says to lead you to the land of milk and honey. She's surrounded by the honeycomb, and though her vision is turned inward, her thoughts are focused on the outer plans taking shape. Decisive focus. The bee is one of nature's most industrious creatures, and this card foretells a time of great productivity and expansion for you. If you've been thinking about growing your own business or creating an entirely new one, focus on those intentions now. Your dreams may also include composing music, writing, teaching, painting, cooking, or baking, which are all products that build on ideas and produce nectar of the mind, body, and soul. They do require repeated attention and action, so take time to create a plan, set goals, and bring both the creative and technical elements together. The bee is also a symbol of fertility, the Queen of Pentacles. So the expansion foretold here may relate to family matters, a child or children on the way, new in-laws through marriage, or even reconnecting with distant friends or relatives are all ways that you can be expanding your personal network. On a practical level, this card can also indicate a career in architecture, design, or construction. It can also signify connections with people who do such work. This makes me think of that thing about what I told you about how God is going, it's like you do this and that person do this, but he bring y'all together because that's how it happens. Today I had this realization that I was like, God is bringing people together because you actually need each other. And sometimes we think we don't need each other, but you do. You actually do, because see, God provides your necessities. You go get what you want. You need whatever God has in that person for you, and they need whatever you have in you for them. But the want is to want to actually build on the connection. The want is actually to build a legacy, or build a relationship, build some type of rapport, build some type of intimate connection. That's that Venus and Aquarius of like, I want to know, how can I build a deeper connection with this person, with this thing, with these friends, with this energy. It's this energy of actually wanting to know, because God is putting the needed information in your head of like, well, I do need this type of work, or I do need this type of thing. So therefore, what do I want out of this necessity? That's a question you need to ask yourself as God is shining light on things. Is what do you want out of this necessity? It's funny because I had told them on my personal page about becoming the woman you see yourself to be. I had said that you need to write down what you want in a partner. And then you need to figure out, why do you want those things in a partner? Understanding the why behind the things that you want will give you clarity on what God sees as a necessity for you. Okay, here we go. Whew. It could also signify connections with people who do such work. You may even be building a new house or expanding your present one. The bees join together to assemble their hive structure and build and provide for their community, increasing value for all. Now is the perfect time for you to build the world you desire. So make your plans and set to work. The affirmation here says, I have the power to create my world and prioritize the projects I desire. As I continue to take action, my joy and fulfillment expand. Oh, hold on. They told me to read the ancestor one too, sacred purpose. The priestess of the holy fire, and it's funny how we talk about the fire energy that we're going to be into, is bringing you an important message about your sacred purpose. She holds the spark of the eternal flame in her hand, bearing witness to the light of antiquity that lives in each of us. This internal flame represents your soul presence through time, and it's not limited to your own experience. It expands throughout your personal lineage, going back to your ancient ancestors, moving forward to the descendants yet to come. Your ancestors are calling you home. Their energy pulses through your veins and your DNA, and their histories vibrate in the long heritage that comes together to create. Thank you for confirmation. Okay. Their energy pulses through your veins and your DNA, and their histories vibrate in the long heritage that has come together to create the person you are at this moment. This is your culture, spiritual and familial past, reminding you it is important to honor your ancestors and consider the value they have brought to your life. Also, be conscious of the energy you are having in the culture, spiritual and familial legacy you are leaving behind. Told y'all. That's why I kept trying. That's why I told them on TikTok. I said, y'all are talking from your present moment. I don't give a fuck about you, really, for real. I give a fuck about your kids. See, you're being selfish. You're being selfish. You're continuing the generational curse of a lack mentality. See, if you actually thought about your kids, you wouldn't be having dumbass debates about how you feel like you're a good parent. Or you wouldn't be having dumbass debates of why you feel like you're a better divine feminine. Or that you're a better masculine. You're a high value person. How the fuck is you so high value? You would never. I hope you wouldn't teach your children your ways. Because if you did, you're failing miserably. You want to teach your children how to be an expensive prostitute, a whore? You want to teach your kids how to be a narcissist, an asshole? That's what you want. That's what I need people to start paying attention to. What do you want to teach your children? This is what you want to teach your children? That's very disappointing. The fuck? Your sacred purpose calls you to honor the holy fire in your own soul. Ancient priestesses would tend to the sacred flame, thereby keeping balance among the elemental kingdoms of earth, air, fire, and water. In fact, you may have had an important past lives in such societies, perhaps as a priest or priestess with this high intention. Know that the purpose of balancing the energy in your own life in the world still resonates within you. It is up to you to hold that is sacred as your charge and your responsibility. The ancestors are calling you to restore balance to Mother Earth once again. All right, now it's time to take action. Here we go. Thank you. I honor the internal flame within. I value my ancestral heritage and I perpetrate the sacred energy for those yet to come. I'm trying to tell you. Baby. This ain't about you no more. This ain't about you. It's about them kids. This is about a new world. You thinking for just you, baby. We don't have time for that. That's what God is saying. The angelic, I love that. Six. Divine guidance, loving support from your angels. And yeah, sacred breath and sound, life force communication. I'm not going to read those because that's not a necessity right now. But what I'm saying is you need to pay attention, okay? Because you are receiving information to help you, regardless if you're receiving it for your energy, you're receiving it in physical terms, you're receiving it in financial, whatever you're receiving it. This, like, if a lot of y'all have access to certain thoughts and all of a sudden that thought takes off, this is what I meant when I told you about that timeline jumping. Like, you was a billionaire in 2023 and all of a sudden now you done jumped all the way to now you're a billionaire this year or some shit. Or you were actually supposed to break this curse in 2037, but all of a sudden you done damn near gained up the curse that you did all that shit in 2022. So now you doing that. Now you're implementing a new process that your family will live by. Like, that's how big the responsibility is. That's why these mediocre conversations, I'm so sorry to tell you, I don't give a fuck about none of them conversations, because a lot of y'all just, you like to continue the generational curse. 3111 on the clock. That's fine. And I just know for a fact that I'm just trying to help you so my children have somebody that they can relate to, because they clearly ain't gonna be able to relate to your kids. These people out here is losing their fucking marbles. Them children need to have somebody that they can actually relate to. And these people out here, I'm scared for my kids, but it's okay. I pray. My ancestors was probably scared for me, and I made it. So I'm going to make sure I do what I got to do to make sure my children taken care of. Because I'm not going to fucking play with y'all like this. This is not a game. Y'all not see how damaged we were? Y'all not see how hard life was for us? And y'all want to sit here and play around and just, live life in the weirdest way. The descendant, invitation. This is the 7th house. Relationships. This is serious. Shit. Shit. This is serious. Fucking play with you. Strength. Jupiter. Thank you. Midhaven. Where you this is Capricorn, 10th house. 7th, 10th. These will be the focus of 2023 as a whole. Okay? Strengthening the 7th house, which helps the expansion of the abundance of those relationships, because you're not thinking of just the current ones, you're thinking of the ones beyond you. Help this. 2023 will be about the 7th and the 10th house. The 1st, the 7th, and the 10th house. Don't forget I told you that. Because, baby, look at the South Node being in the past. Because, baby, when the South Node goes into Libra, this is what it's going to be. And the Aries North Node says, embrace your leadership skills by prioritizing your goals. And it says you in capital letters. Learn how to be comfortable alone. Like Carrie from Sex and the City says, the most exciting, challenging, and significant relationship of all the ones you have is with yourself. I always tell people that. You so worry about other relationships. The most important relationship in this world is the one with you. Fight for your beliefs and you will reap the benefits of the risk you take in life. Learning how to express what you are upset about is healthy and will make others around you feel like you're being more genuine. That's why I told you, leave that lack of processing your emotions in 2022. You might not know how to articulate them, but once you learn how to process how you feel about something, that shows that you are validating your emotions. When you process to validate, when you figure out what emotions are actually valid, saying them is not a big deal. Vulnerability won't be an issue next. So telling people, like, how somebody put a tweet and it was like, sometimes I hate that I told people certain things. I used to feel like that. Then it's just like, if you use the information I told you out of my openness and genuine behavior and my vulnerability, that karma is horrible. That's probably one of the worst karmas you can do. Like, taking somebody's vulnerability as a weakness is like probably the dumbest thing you could do, because it's just showing you where you lack emotional maturity and emotional responsibility to where you don't even fucking love yourself. You don't love yourself at all. And that's embarrassing. Okay? That's very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Let's stop the embarrassment in 2023 of the lack of love for ourselves, okay? That's one thing I want everybody to do. I want you to stop the embarrassment of the lack of loving yourself. If you love somebody, tell them that. I love you. Learn how to tell people things without having an ego attached to it or needing their, you know what I'm saying? Because like, if you love somebody or you need somebody to do something to validate why you do it, then you don't need to be doing it in the first place. Pay attention to the transits that are happening right now. Well, I told y'all the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 9th. And then, of course, the 10th. But I want y'all to, one big transition I want y'all to just pay attention to. Just pay attention to the 11th. Just keep that one in the back of your mind. The butterfly, rebirth, as I say that. You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. And we keep getting the word journey. Wisdom is going to be key. The words you speak are key. You know, I do these. And sometimes it's like I get off in here and I just be like, oh, you know, maybe I should have been more in depth. It's just like, no, I think I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, sometimes like it's funny because when I'm talking personally, I have all these words in my head, but somehow when I'm channeling, I can never get the words that I need. Like it's like, and they be more simple words, but it's just like when I'm having a normal conversation, all the words of the thesaurus can come through my mind. But when I'm channeling, it's like the way they're so direct of like, this is what we need to say. Ain't no need of us to be going around talking in circles or you trying to be all, you know, extra intelligent today. Okay. Just say what the fuck you need to say. And I'll be like, but I want to be able to expand my vocabulary. They're like, expand your vocabulary in your personal matters, okay? We're working right now. It's like, okay. Like, relax. I need everybody to relax right now. Process this breakup with yourself because masculine energy is coming in hot. It's coming in hot. So if you haven't listened to my last couple podcasts, I would go listen to them because all this information is really starting to align. And I feel like, every time I do a video or like some type of energy, I just feel like it just unlocked. Like it's like they unlocking information as I go. So like I'll just wake up acting like everything's normal, then all of a sudden it's just like more information is just being downloaded. I'm telling y'all, the energy, you're getting downloads, whether you notice them or not. You are getting downloads. Like this is a time to where you need to be paying attention, bitch. Okay, because you could be getting $1 million idea. You could be getting $1 million concepts of your mind. For real. Okay. You fuck around, play around, you want to. Your grandma sending you all types of information. You just, I don't know what's going on. What do you mean? They're sending you downloads. You know, it's funny, like, when somebody say in a dream that their ancestors or somebody passed away, a relative give them the numbers, and all of a sudden the numbers be the code to answer their boyfriend phone. That what y'all getting. Pay attention. Y'all getting the formula to create the next fucking pill to save the world or some shit. I don't know. But y'all getting it. And some of y'all getting the words of what you need to say out loud so they can hear you, so you can do things. Pay attention, okay? I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.